Hey guys, it's Rob, and thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone is doing well. I have been super busy. It was a crazy day, as Wednesdays are for me this summer. But enough about me, because you're not really here to hear anything from me, are you? I'm just going to dive right in here. So, a couple weeks ago, when I did my review for Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 2, I kind of mentioned I thought this movie had potential to pass Titanic as the second highest grossing film of all time. I like to check every once in a while to see how films are doing on the grossing level. And Titanic is now only $700 million ahead of Harry Potter. I know that sounds like quite a bit, and it may not yet pass it, but my prediction still has the legs to come true. I still have some friends who have not seen it and are planning to see it in theaters, so quite possibly Harry Potter will still pass Titanic for that second spot. I don't think it has the ability to pass Avatar. Avatar is like one of those like once-in-a-generation crazy things, the money that film made. So unless inflation goes nuts in the next little while, it will not pass Avatar, but I think it may pass Titanic, so I will definitely keep you up to date on that. So a while ago, I guess it was when I was on my vacation, I was away for a couple of weeks, I picked up Green Lantern Rebirth from my local bookstore, actually, at Chapters, for those of you who are in Canada. And I pretty much read it right away while on vacation. I haven't had a chance yet to do a review on it, so I thought this was like a perfect time to do this review. So here's the cover right there, Green Lantern Rebirth. You can kind of get a look at some of the images in the book there. Where's a good page here with some cool stuff on it? Of course, when I want the awesome page with like everyone on it. I can't find it. Whatever. So, generally what happens in the story here is Hal Jordan has been infected by fear, by Parallax, and is not currently Green Lantern. Some other people have kind of taken the mantle of Green Lantern. And this is kind of his rebirth as being Green Lantern. And that's kind of the gist of the story. I thought it was quite good, actually. I don't know a lot about the Green Lantern universe. I'm a bit more ignorant about DC than I am compared to Marvel. Marvel's always been my thing, so I'm much more knowledgeable about the Marvel universe. I will say that if you are a fan of Green Lantern, you've probably read this already, probably like it. If you're a fan of some of the other DC characters like Superman or Wonder Woman or Batman, they are in here. They make appearances as well, and it might be worth reading just for that. As I showed you the art there, I really like the art in this book. I like the art better in this than some of the Thor comics that I've been reading, and the art is, for me, has been so. Crisp, clean, it's realistic, but it's still comics, so I kind of like that. I don't think it's too unrealistic. Not a lot of unnecessary lines. I like kind of very sharp kind of things. So yeah, I like the art in that. I'd probably give the art like an 8 out of 10 on that. The writing was okay. I found the story was a little bit murky, and it wasn't until later in the novel that I fully understood this whole Parallax Hal Jordan thing and what exactly had happened there. So the actual writing itself, the story was pretty good, except it was kind of unclear to me at the beginning. Maybe it's just me. So yeah, I kind of so on that. I'd give that probably like a 6 out of 10 there. Value for this was actually pretty good. It was only was it $17.99 Canadian, and I think it's definitely a story that could be reread again. Partly after you hearing the whole story, you want to kind of go back and reread it and kind of understand it a little bit better. And because it's kind of a seminal thing to bring Hal Jordan back to that role, because he was the first Green Lantern, and it has some of the classic Green Lantern characters and Guardians and all those sort of things. So pretty good value, pretty good rereadability as well. I'd probably give the value like an 8, and the rereadability. That's a word. A 7. One of the things I did really like about it in there is Batman is in this. And in it, it kind of talks about his relationship with fear, because of course the yellow rings and Parallax, they rely on fear, right? Fear is their tool, fear is their weapon, where the green fearlessness is supposed to be kind of what powers them. So it's that dichotomy. It's interesting that Batman's in there and how his relationship with fear is used. It's also something and definitely worth checking out for that reason as well. Overall, I would probably give this a 7 out of 10. Good pickup if you're a Green Lantern fan, for sure. If you're looking to maybe get into Green Lantern, this is probably a good way to get into it. So yeah, probably a 7 out of 10 for that one. Well, continuing on with the series I've been working on about my favorite superheroes and villains. Man, the summer has flown. I am up to my second favorite supervillain, and this person may not come as too much of a surprise for you, since after all, I am a huge Thor fan. My second favorite villain is Loki. Loki, of course, is Thor's half-brother. He is the god of mischief and trickery. He is often portrayed with a huge kind of horned helmet and green, uses a staff. You saw him in the Thor movie, you've seen him in comics. For me, he is awesome. There's lots of reasons why I like Loki. First of all, related to connect to Thor and the Thor mythos and universe, so that right there is automatically major points for him. Also, I find that Loki is great because not only is he physically strong and able to fight like all the Norse people can, he also can rely on trickery, cunning, wit, being very savvy, politically kind of savvy. I mean, we see where he will play two sides off against each other, or he'll understand when he needs to stop his plan for conquest because it's the political winds have changed. He uses tricks and magic and things to get things done. So he's more than just a brute, but he's also more than just the mind tricks kind of game person. He's really a combination of those things, and that makes him a very, very hard villain to deal with. Also, very few things in the Marvel Universe have not involved him in some way, shape, or form. I mean, go back to the Siege and to the Dark Reign of recent events, we see that he is pushing Norman Osborn to all this. Even go back further and go back to the creation of the Avengers. It was when Loki had kind of mind controlled, I guess, for lack of a better word, Hulk, and forced Hulk to go on a rampage. That Loki forced them to join the Avengers. So all these events of the Marvel Universe often revolve around Loki, and he's in there some way, one way or another. So for those reasons, and I guess just for many, many other ones, but mostly for those ones, Loki is my second favorite villain. Well, that about wraps it up. I was gonna, I guess I'll leave you with the answer to the question I had done a couple weeks ago. I kind of said, what was your favorite summer movie so far? I mean, there's Green Lantern, there's Pirates, there's Harry Potter, there's, I guess, Aliens and Cowboys is out now, there's Thor, there's Captain America, there's X-Men First Class. So many good movies to choose from. For me, it has to be Thor. I mean, I know, again, it's my Thor bias coming through, but I'll be able to see that on the screen, see the Warriors 3, see Sif, see Loki, see Jane Foster, see all those people come together in that movie, which I think was done quite well. It's probably been my favorite, although Harry Potter, Captain America, I have to admit those two are very, very close seconds to that list of favorite films. Alright, well, next week I will be obviously talking about my second favorite superhero. There'll be a new question and all those great things. And this time, I'm not going to cut myself off. The last few weeks, I've cut myself off. I'm going to say it very clearly and then stop the video. So say we all.